uwager.lv, sportsbook, and casino. Sign up today at uwager.lv, the premier online sportsbook, taking wagers since 1998. The most player-friendly lines, weekly juice specials, and a true dime line in MLB. Unique casino platforms with thousands of games. Play poker, high stakes, low stakes, or tournament play. uwager.lv, what we offer. Free same-day payouts. Customer service and wagering support, 24/7, year-round. Free monthly rebates on your action and daily casino rebates. Contests, free bets, best bonuses, and giveaways. Generous referral program. Get an 80% free play bonus on your first deposit, up to $1,000. Sign up today, and use promo code SPORTSWEB. Remember, you can't win if you don't play.
Are you an athlete or professional struggling with life or career transition? Life isn't always easy, but hope is always present. Best Hope Counseling will help you move forward. For nearly a decade, licensed marriage and family therapist Larry Baumgartner has helped clients empower change and discover solutions using a solution-focused therapy approach. Conversations will focus on what you desire to change, not just the problems that brought you into counseling. From anger to depression or other emotions, Best Hope Counseling is there for you. Contact Larry personally on his direct line at 727-946-1346. Again, 727-946-1346 for a telehealth appointment in Florida and Minnesota, or in person an appointment in Minnesota. Take time out and begin your game plan to reconnect, rebuild, and restore happiness in your life. BestHopeCounseling.com. We are definitely going to be here. Let me go ahead and get the announcement up. Is the third annual pre-Labor Day car show by Twisted Outlaws on September 3rd at the Stockyard, by the Stockyard there in Holiday, Florida. The Sports Web will definitely be out there. You'll have raffles, vendors, cash prizes, show cars, car audio, and of course the evolution of sports talk television. Get out there. The address is 1916 U.S. Highway 19 in Holiday, Florida. Here we go.
The third annual pre-Labor Day car show is speeding your way September 3rd, only at the Stockyard in Holiday, Florida, with cash prizes, raffles, and vendors from all over Pasco County. Don't miss out on this year's car show competition, where we are handing out trophies for Best of Show, Best Audio Setup, Best Paint Job, Best Original Design, and many, many more. Call today for more information.
I love that. Here's where I will be on September 3rd. What's going on, guys? It's your host, Peter Blake, here on the Sports Web. I don't know what the heck happened there. No sound, so that's weird beginning. But welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television. Once again, I'm your host, Peter Blake. How do we start off this show as we always do here on a Monday and Wednesday night? Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. On tonight's show, we'll have Kary Papsis of Twisted Outlaws promoting this great event. Right before Labor Day, the car show there at the Stockyard at 9:30. And then at 10 o'clock, we will have Jason Powers on Sports Podcast. Of course, No Quarter Given podcast on the Buck Power Podcast Network. And then, as always, we take your phone calls, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. The other number, in case you can't get through, 727-409-7528. Again, 727-409-7528. Also, definitely tune in to the J.P. Peterson Show Monday through Fridays from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, as I'm the new producer and, of course, the co-host of that. So, with that being said,
how about them Bucs, baby?
How about those Bucs? As we do not have any decision right now on who's going to be the starting quarterback. We assume that it's going to be Baker Mayfield at this juncture, but Todd Bowles had other ideas. In fact, when he was asked about it in his presser the other day, he said there is no timetable. So my question to you, Bucs fans out there, does this bother you? What do you think of that? What did you think of Kyle Trask's performance? What did you think of Baker Mayfield a couple weeks ago? Who should be the starting quarterback? Do you like this decision? Who do you think starts the game versus the Baltimore Ravens? Now, with that all being said, there is a decision on the kicker and who it's going to be, and we kind of foreshadowed this the other night when Rodrigo Blankenship missed a 32-yarder. You can't miss field goals, and the Bucs made it easy today as they waived him from the team. That basically leaves Chase McLaughlin as the lone kicker on the roster. Let me make sure that I'm on here. Okay, good. We're good. We just didn't have any music, which I don't understand at this point, but we'll figure it out eventually. So Chase McLaughlin is now the winner of the kicker job. Rodrigo Blankenship searching for work. What else stood out to you after the Bucs won against the New York Jets? I get it, it's preseason game, 13-6. Definitely want to hear from you guys tonight. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. The other number, in case you can't get through, 727-409-7528. Again, 727-409-7528. We will go out to that Todd Bowles presser the day after, in case you didn't get a chance to hear it on the J.P. Peterson Show, as the sound was all over the place. Maybe it's the user at this point. Maybe it is my computer. We just need to figure this out at the end of the day. Let's go ahead and read some of these comments. My gut feeling is Baker wins the job. Thanks a lot, Eric, for tuning in.
Yeah!
Really quick, let's get to this because I know there's a lot of Rays fans out there that watch this show as we talk about the Tampa Bay Rays on a nightly basis on Monday and Wednesday nights. But I wanted to devote this to you Bucs fans tonight, a Monday night reaction show. Of course, you've got Monday Night Football going on right now as the great streak, hopefully or not hopefully, in our case, for the Bucs, playing the Ravens on Saturday night will not continue, as the Ravens have a 24-game winning streak in the preseason. You heard me right. 24 games they won in a row in the preseason. Right now they're up on the Washington Commanders 7-3. Going back to it, though, Mark Tompkin just reported this about, I would say, 20-25 minutes ago on the Wander Franco situation, hearing there won't be an update on the status of Rays Wander Franco until Tuesday as talks continue then. Still expected to be one of the same two outcomes as investigations continue: extension of stay on restricted list or move to administrative leave, which is not disciplinarian. So there you go. That's the latest. Basically, there is no latest. The rumor today was there was supposed to be some type of decision that was going to come down, and it hasn't come down yet. So we'll go out to the comments, and then we will hear from Todd Bowles. Eric says, hi, Peter Blake. What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Yeah.
Let's go out to Braun Scarborough. Let's go Bucs. Let's go Bucs. Let's go Bucs.
Let's go!
Let's go Bucs.
How about them Bucks, baby?
I love it. Thanks a lot for the comment there, Braun. Appreciate you. Franco News tomorrow will be released. Just address that first as usual. Thank you, Roger Shue. Appreciate you. Let's go out to Roger again. Hurry this as Raw is on.
This guy sucks.
You know what? I don't even have to. You don't have to stay here if you don't want to. I mean, you always talk about Raw is on, this is on, that is on. Look, if that's more important to you, you don't have to tune in. All my other friends will tune in. They'll call in. They'll go ahead and not troll me like you always do. Which, you know, will be nice for a change. Love you, Roger. Christopher Cole says second. Thank you, Christopher. Appreciate you. Roger, again, doesn't matter who starts. You're a 6 to 8 win team at best. We'll see. We'll see. But you know what? 6 to 8 wins may win the division because the NFC South is so bad. And because it is up in the air at this point. Who knows? Right? You don't know what the quarterback situation is with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, that was my first thought. And, you know, I jumped to the conclusion. I think there's a lot of media members out there that jumped to the conclusion that it was going to be Baker Mayfield's job. But not so fast, says Todd Bowles. I tell you what, ask for phone calls, get phone calls. Eric Moreno leading it off here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. What's on your mind tonight, man? Welcome to the Sports Web.
What's going on, Peter? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm just counting down the days until football season. I don't know about you.
I'm not even going to be in the country week 1, but
where are you going? Wait a minute. Whoa. Eric. You're one of the biggest Bucs fans that calls this show. You're one of the biggest Rays fans.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I do a show like this for fans like you. I just want to tell you that. I do appreciate all of you. I want you to know that I really do appreciate all of you, especially yourself here, Eric. So what's going on? Where are you going, my friend?
I'll be in Spain next Friday.
We're
leaving next Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's the deal? A vacation?
Yep. We're going to beat the Vikings and come home and beat the Bears, and then got a tough Monday night football game against the Eagles.
You know, I've not had a vacation, Eric, since 2012 when I went down for WrestleMania in Miami. True story. That is a true story. So congratulations on the vacation.
Oh, yeah.
I've been to 2 WrestleMania, so it's awesome.
Okay, good. Good stuff. All right, so what else is on your mind, man? Safe travels, by the way.
Just waiting for all this great stuff. I mean, hey, they had a good road trip. I mean, despite the, losing McClanahan for the year, losing Rasmussen and Springs.
Yep.
The Wander situation. Hopefully,
I think it's galvanized this clubhouse, don't you? I think they're playing.
Yeah.
You know, they're playing with their backs against the wall. They have played like that. You're exactly right. They take 2 out of 3 against the Angels. And I don't care if you're a baseball fan or not. If you didn't enjoy Friday night, A, you're not a sports fan, or B, you don't have a pulse. Just saying.
That was I caught the last bit of the game. That was probably I got home at like 11:30.
The last minute of the game.
Crazy.
I mean, you missed Shohei Ohtani, which could possibly be the greatest player in baseball right now with 43 home runs. Which, by the way, Major League Baseball, why are you not talking about this more? I mean, him and Olsen are going, neck and neck here with the home run contest. He hits a grand slam. The Angels get up 5-1. The Rays come crawling back. They
tie the game.
They tie the game, take the lead, blow the lead. Actually, there are a victim of the triple play. And
Harold, and then Yandy at home.
Right, but Fairbanks gets out of it by striking out Shohei Ohtani in the bottom of the ninth. And then Luke Raley, who's 0-4 with 4 strikeouts, the least person that you would expect, but he's due, right? He gets a single for the go-ahead run. I mean, how could you not like that game on Friday night if you're a Rays fan or a baseball fan? I don't understand it.
Yep.
All right. What else? What about the Bucs?
I was wondering, Peter? We're live right now, right?
We are live, yes. As far as I know.
I was asking a couple people. They got different opinions. They said that they're not going to see Wander till next year. Would he be surprised if he plays again this year? Do you think the Mike Clevenger situation took 3 weeks? He got cleared. He was accused of some terrible things, but they found him not guilty, and MLB didn't suspend him.
Mm-hmm.
Took about 3.5 weeks.
Well, I mean, again, I'll say this: you don't necessarily have to be guilty in order to get suspended, right? It's the PR nightmare. It's the PR backlash. They're going to do an investigation. Hopefully, there's some decision tomorrow. But I got to tell you and tell Rays fans out there, I wouldn't expect him to play anytime soon. I think they're going to go with what they have. I think this clubhouse has been galvanized by it. I think they may be galvanized by it. And I'll tell you right now, if they got their backs against the wall, it's me against the world, right? Me against the world. We're going to get it done no matter what. They got to definitely have better defense, because you saw that doubleheader on Saturday afternoon where they really let Glasnow down. But if they continue to win series 2 out of 3, you have to be happy with that. And I think that'll take them there. And hopefully they can catch the Baltimore Orioles in the AL East. I got to ask you, because we're talking Bucs tonight, also talking Rays, what do you think about this quarterback conundrum?
I think Trask has a shot, but they're saying I think it was Colin Cowherd. He said if
okay, let me go ahead and preface this. Colin Cowherd is the biggest Baker Mayfield hater. He hates Baker Mayfield.
This guy sucks.
He hates Baker Mayfield.
Shitter!
He is biased towards Baker Mayfield. How biased is he? He actually said 2 weeks ago that Baker should retire because he can't beat out Kyle Trask. Now, how asinine is that?
I mean, you're a number 1 pick. He did okay with the Browns. He went to Carolina. That was a mess. He went to the Rams in a short week and beat the Raiders. But I mean, I don't know. So
you're buying Kyle Trask. You're okay with giving him the opportunity in this competition. You don't think it's over with Baker. You don't think Baker's the starter. You think it's Kyle Trask at this point. He has still an opportunity to win out the quarterback job. Is that what you're saying, Eric?
Yeah, I'm a Gator fan. I'm not trying to be biased, Peter, but hey, whoever's the better quarterback.
Let the truth set you free. You just said the key word. You're a Gator fan. So, but that's okay. I'll let that fly here, being a Florida State fan. That's all right. So you think legitimately, without, putting on your orange and blue glasses, you think legitimately that Kyle Trask can win this job. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What did you like on Saturday night? What did you see from him? What did you like?
He had a nice throw to Trey Palmer on the tip-in touchdown.
Okay.
The pass to Raheem Jarrett, where Aaron Rodgers said, "Oh my goodness!"
Right, caught Aaron Rodgers. And by the way, if you watch Hard Knocks, watch it tomorrow night, because the Bucs most likely will be featured, and there'll be lots of fights and lots of great footage for the Bucs, especially Trey Palmer destroying Sauce Gardner. That'll be a good thing to watch. So
I saw that, yeah.
Yes, it'll be good. All right, Eric, anything else here on the evolution of Sports Talk Television?
Bucs World Champs 2023, right?
I like it. There you go. I don't know if I'm buying it, but I like him saying it. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. The other number, in case you can't get through, 727-409-7528. Again, 727-409-7528. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake. giving you something to think about. Let's go out to more comments here. You may be right. Hello, Peter. What's up, Bron? Christopher Cole, Washington starters have been in the entire game so far tonight. And the Bucs have played basically none of their starters. What do you think about that? Do you think this team can be ready? I get it. Once again, it's preseason. And the number one objective is to stay healthy. But is Todd Bowles, is this coaching staff going about it in the right way of not playing some of their starters? All right, let's go out to, well, I don't know who this is, but welcome to the Evolution. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Pete, this is Scarborough.
What's going on, buddy? How you doing? Welcome to the Sports Web. First-time caller, first-time caller. What do you have to say? What's on your mind tonight?
Yeah, Pete, I was thinking about the quarterback situation.
Okay, tell me about it. What's on your mind?
I really don't think it's a decision about who the quarterback is, like I was discussing with you last night.
Okay.
We have the two best receivers in the NFL.
Very
We've
true.
had 1,000 yards with Mike Evans for all his career, just about.
Yes.
Godwin has 3,000-yard seasons, 800-yard seasons. And we have bad quarterbacks during their time.
Correct.
I think we really work on our running game to improve our throwing game more better.
Well, and I think that's a big thing. I think that's the one thing the Bucs are going to definitely emphasize coming up in this season, right? I mean, you remade your offensive line. You're not sure if it's going to be good or not. The right side, big-time questions. You got a rookie at right guard. You got Luke Gedeke, who seems like he's playing like a rookie some of the time there at right tackle. You got Tristan Wirfs going from the right side to the left side. And there's major question marks about Ryan Jensen, which we'll get to in just a little bit with Todd Bowles and his comments. So, yes, I completely agree with you. I think that it will take the onus and the pressure off of quarterbacks this year, no matter if it's Trask, if it's Baker Mayfield, because, Bron, you cannot get into a situation where you're throwing the ball over 40 times a game, because I just believe, that's a bad recipe. It really is. And you could have some turnovers there. You could have some interceptions. You could definitely have some bad things happen. And for me, I'm all about, having balance. And I feel like the last couple years, even with Tom Brady, you saw that team when they won the Super Bowl, right? You saw them in the postseason. What made them special? Well, it was not only the defense, it was not only making the passes you needed to, but it was also having the balance to run the ball. And the Bucs haven't been able to do that the last couple of years, so they need to get back to that with Rashard White.
Correct. And the last thing I want to say is, go Bucs.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Let's go! All right, before you leave here, how many wins are you anticipating? And, of course, if you want to call back, you can use that second call. Welcome to the Sports Web. I'm glad that you're a fan now. Thanks for calling. Don't be a stranger. But how many wins do you think this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team can have in 2023? Give me some estimate here. Give me something.
I'm going to give an estimate of at least 7 wins, and we will make the playoffs.
So 7 wins. So you feel like 7 wins can win this NFC South. You don't think they'll be better than what they were last year? Because remember, they were 8-9. So you don't think they're better? Okay.
I mean, they could win 8, but I could just say 8 wins. I would give them 8 wins.
All right, 8 wins is fair, my friend. Go ahead and use that second call. Thanks a lot for that call here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, all right?
Okay, no problem. Go Bucs.
Go Bucs. There you go. Love it right there. Bron, first-time caller. Open phone lines if you want to talk about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What record? What do you think about the quarterback situation? You have a kicker. I know there were people going crazy about it, right, when they let go of Ryan Suckup. What are we going to do? Chase McLaughlin is now your kicker after Rodrigo Blankenship is goodbye. I think that young man will find a job somewhere. But you know what? Again, we go back to it on Saturday night. You can't miss 32-yard field goals. And then you have an opportunity to kick a 55. That's the field goals you got to make to impress this staff. And he didn't do enough. And we heard throughout the camp that McLaughlin has been the leader in the clubhouse. And sure enough, there you go. And Alexander agrees in the background. Absolutely. All right. Let's see here. Toilet Bowls. Okay.
This guy sucks.
That's coming from a Bears fan. Enrique Santana. Let's go. Kary Papsis. She'll be on at 9:30 talking about this car show. And if you're in the holiday area, because we like to get out of the house sometimes, we don't just like to work. We like to have some fun. And my fun is doing the sports web out there in front of the people. If you're by the stockyard in Holiday, come out there, see a great car show, maybe enter your car in a contest, win best audio, win some prizes, and be a part of the evolution of Sports Talk Television. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. The other number, in case you can't get through, 727-409-7528. Again, 727-409-7528. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. Mike says it was unbeknownst to me that Shaq Barrett changed his jersey number. He did to number 7. So there you go.
Oh, yeah!
You learn something new every day. Love your show. Thank you, Enrique. Appreciate
Flawless
that.
victory.
Roger says, I'm the heel to your baby face. That you are, Tribal Chief.
Acknowledge me.
Robert says, the best show. Appreciate you, Robert. Give you the let's go. Ron says, may get us in the playoffs. Zach says, gotta go with Baker. All right, call me up here, Zach. Why do you feel like they should go with Baker? Are you Bucs fans out there comfortable with going with Baker Mayfield, or are you more comfortable in what you saw? Which, you know what? I was a little bit too tough on Kyle Trask, because going back to watch it, he did make some great throws in that game. He did. He definitely deserves credit. The Trey Palmer throw, the throw to Raheem Jarrett, he showed mobility, he ran the offense. Did he do enough? We'll see. Wow, look at this. Well, let me go ahead and get his intro on. Here we go. How about this? Little Monday treat. Former Coach Scott and now media member of Night Sports Productions, Amped Up Sports, also will be joining me here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, not only on Wednesday nights, but for USF post-game shows, pre-game shows, live there from Raymond James Stadium. The legend Leo Haggerty, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the Sports Web here on a Monday night. What do you have to say?
Hey, I'll tell you what, I was not surprised by how the kicking thing went.
Okay.
Between McLaughlin and Blankenship. I think it was a lot closer than everybody thought, but I don't think you could have gone wrong either way. That's just me.
Well, for me, he was done, and that would be Blankenship when he missed a 32-yarder the other night. You just can't miss those, especially when you're used to Ryan Suckup. And the reason why you got rid of Ryan Suckup is, not because he couldn't kick 30 and 40-yard field goals. He could do that. What you are looking for is a guy who can kick beyond 50 yards, and it certainly seems like they found that and Chase McLaughlin. So we'll see how that all turns out. Are you surprised, Leo? And again, he'll join us for a football roundtable with the great Roy Cummins, Rick Sassone, and yours truly, and we'll talk Bucs football and around the NFL a little bit. Are you surprised that Todd Bowles didn't name Baker Mayfield? Because it was assumed, and that's a key word, sometimes assume you can make yourself look like an ass, which, I did the other night when John Wolford went out with the neck injury, that Baker Mayfield, because he didn't go back in and Kyle Trask went back in, that Baker Mayfield was the starter. And the last couple days, Todd Bowles has said in so many words, there is no timetable. Nobody's been named the starter. Are you surprised at the way he's handled this situation?
And I think it's an epic fail on his part.
Wow.
You cannot wait to go this long without figuring out who's your guy under center.
Mm-hmm.
And again, look what Indianapolis has done. Look what New Orleans has done with Carr. Winston had a great preseason. Didn't matter. It was going to be Carr. And look what they've done with Carolina. It's just, okay, you're my guy. Houston, C.J. Stroud, you're my guy. The longer you wait, the longer you're sitting with a locker room where they're picking sides. And that's not good. They need to rally around one guy. And the fact that Todd Bowles is saying, well, that doesn't matter, there's no time. Timetable was a month ago. They should have came into training camp knowing who the starter was going to be and whose job it was to lose, not whose job it was to win.
And we're on with the legend himself, Leo Haggerty, former coach, scout, and now media member of Night Sports Productions and Amped Up Sports. I'm your host, Peter Blake, here on the Sports Web on a Monday night. The longer this goes, and I feel like we're talking about jury duty, right? The longer this goes, the more it favors who? Does it favor Trask or does it favor Baker?
Oh, definitely favors Trask the longer it goes. Because the most talked about person in town is always the backup quarterback. That's the guy everybody wants to see. So he becomes the starter, and then they want the other guy back. So yeah, it's just and again, I'm going to blame the Buccaneers for this. They should have known long before this if Kyle Trask was the guy, because they had plenty of chances to play him last year. And you know what? Don't tell me, you needed Tom Brady to play. I mean, there were times they needed to put Trask in the game just to see what he could do.
Right.
Because there were games that were either out of control in the third quarter, early in the fourth, or they were totally under control. So, just let's see what we got. Because now, if neither one of these guys can play, now you're in the running for the number one pick, and that's never what you want to do.
No, I agree with that, and I know there's a lot of Bucs fans that are kind of looking forward to that, but there's no guarantee. I get it, Caleb Williams, with all the hype, he could be in the next Patrick Mahomes, but, Patrick Mahomes doesn't grow on trees. Drake May, just because you get the number one overall pick doesn't necessarily mean the quarterback is going to be able to transition. As many as you got with Patrick Mahomes and other guys, there's also guys like, Money Mitch Trubisky there for the Chicago Bears. Trey Lance would be also one of those examples. What did you see from him? Scout's eye here, because you were a former scout. What did you see from Trask? What did you like? What do you think he needs to improve on? And were you surprised at some of the throws he made? And I get it. I'm going to preface it again. It's against second and third stringers, but still, you got to make those throws.
Yeah, and he's throwing to second and third stringers. That's the thing. I would have loved to have seen him. I love the strong word. I would have liked to have seen him with Evans and Godwin. But again, you can't afford to put those guys in the game. I'm just concerned that he never really sets his feet. He never hits that, 5-step, 7-step mark, bang, step up and throw. What's good about it, though, is how about the move he made in the pocket to get – I mean, that poor defensive back who missed him is still looking for his jockstrap somewhere at Raymond James Stadium. But, you know what? I like that he has escapability.
Yeah.
Because for the last 2 years, that has been not even in the vocabulary of the Buccaneers offense for the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, and what do you think he needs to improve on? What are some things, that he needs to improve on to ascend, in your opinion, to the starting job?
Well, you know what will really have to happen? They got to get a running game. Because after the first 4 or 5 runs, the Jets knew right away they got to throw the ball.
Right.
And those guys were just coming. And again, he's under pressure. And the big thing you got to remember when you're under pressure is you got to step up. You can't try to run outside of these guys because that's fool's gold. That's running right into there. But and again, where were the Bucs successful the other night? Play action. When you don't have a running game, play action isn't going to help you. And that's was surprising how the Jets fell for that. When you would stop the run, don't worry about the run.
Yeah.
And what I do like, that what Trask has to improve on is he's got to come off that main read a little quicker.
Yeah.
If he's going to throw it, it's got to come out quick. I mean, if you're doing 3 steps, 1, 2, 3 step, if it's there, throw it. If not, get off of it. He's waiting a little bit too long, probably a count, which people who listen to us goes, oh, wait a second, 1 second? 1 second is an eternity in the NFL. Trust me when I tell you that. It is an eternity. And once he realizes that he can come off and go to his second, go to his third, and still have time, that'll help a whole lot.
We're on with Leo Haggerty, about to get you off here because we got a guest. Love you coming on here and calling right out of the blue. Always great to talk to a legend. Sean Tucker was impressive. And I think it was eye-opening to see or hear from Todd Bowles the day after, saying that Chase Edmonds is banged up and there's a possibility that the young man has an opportunity to get the number 2 running back spot. What did you see out of this kid who, it has health problems, but if he didn't have those health problems, more than likely he would be a premium pick out of Syracuse?
Vision. Amazing vision. When you watch him, he has that innate ability to find the hole and get through the hole. A lot of running backs, they do a little bit of dancing in that hole. Tucker, man, he hits it hard, and that's a key. You get in there, you hit it hard, and you make something happen. Your linemen will appreciate that, that's for sure. And you got Mark Mancini on tonight, by the way, Peter?
Not tonight. We got him on Wednesday night, but we will definitely reunite, and it feels so good on Wednesday night. We're all talk again, my friend, but we have him on for Turnbuckle Talk. Yes.
You're gonna have to ask him. I went on with Joe Klukas the other night, and he asked me a question: Who has the best nickname you ever know? And I said on the air, Mark Mancini's gonna love this because there's no better nickname than the American Dream. That's a road.
Oh, there you go. But how about the dirtiest player in the game?
Woo!
I think that's up there.
Conrad Dobler.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No doubt about it.
No doubt about it. All right, good stuff. Leo Haggerty on that note really quick, and then we'll get out to our guest here. Kary, stand by. We're about to go to a commercial break, promote this great event that we're doing here on Labor Day. How excited are you about USF? And I get it, you've been out there, but just kind of give the web heads a kind of a sign of things to come, something to look forward to when it comes to the USF Bulls this year.
And you know what? I don't know if anybody saw my Leo's Daily Memo.
We did. We always watch your Leo Daily Memos there on Amped Up Sports. We love that stuff.
I tend to kind of equate it to the Hoosier, the movie Hoosiers, when Barbara Hershey is playing Myra Fleener, the interim principal, and the town wants to get rid of him. And she gets up there and just goes, give Coach a chance. I think that's the same thing here. Give these guys a chance. Hey, they're not playing Alabama every week. But let's see what happens when they're playing Rice. Let's see what happens when they're playing Charlotte. Let's see what happens, when they're playing Navy, when they're playing Temple. Let's see. They're not – the schedule is not as heavy-laden as it was last year. Now, those guys on the other side of the ball, they're getting scholarships. So, yeah, they're going to be decent players. But let's see how this works, because I'll tell you what. If they run an offense like they did at Tennessee, you better not go out for a Coke and a hot dog, because there may be 14 points scored before you get back.
I want to see this because watching last year's offense was just completely dreadful. So I'm hoping to see this. We will see it this fall. Live there at Raymond James Stadium here on Amped Up Sports on the Sports Web. Leo Haggerty, thanks a lot for your time here on the Sports Web, my friend. All right?
Always a pleasure working with the hardest working guy in Tampa Bay sports.
Hey, man, I take after you. I appreciate you as always. Let me give you an air horn. All right, see you on Wednesday night. All right, boss?
Take care, brother.
All right, let's go ahead and take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have Kary Papsis on of the Twisted Outlaws promoting, if I can talk, this great event on September 3rd, this car show live from the Stockyard on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. Keep it locked. Well, I got no sound, so I forgot about that. So you know what? I don't know what's going on tonight with StreamYard. So we're just gonna, there's gonna be no commercials because there's no sound, there's no visual. Let's go ahead and go out to Miss Kary Papsis here of the Twisted Outlaws promoting this great event. Welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television. How are you doing tonight?
Great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. You're live there from the stockyard, which, by the way, I'm only down the street. So if I knew that you were going to be out there, I would have came out there and did some type of remote. I always like to get out. Tell us about this great event that you're putting on September 3rd.
Well, we're having the third annual. Excuse me, there's a little feedback.
Yes.
We're having the third annual pre-Labor Car Show, September 3rd, which is a Sunday, from noon to 6 at the stockyard here in Holiday, Florida.
Very nice, very nice.
And it's not just cars, it's trucks, jeeps, bikes, side by side, you name it.
I love it. I love it. I will be out there live on the sports web. We'll be talking sports. We'll probably be talking Rays, Bucs. Everybody is getting ready for football season. How many years have you done? You've done this for 3 years now. It's the third annual. So what made you want to do this, and how many people are going to be at this event?
There will be a lot of people. We've had over 650 people interested in registering their car. So it's going to be quite a large event. Then you have spectators on top of that. So we'll have the parking lot full. And the stockyard will be open that day. Serving beer and liquor, anything cold.
Nice. Very nice. Very good stuff. Sounds great. With that being said, are you a sports fan?
I know nothing about sports.
Well, you fit right in here on the evolution of Sports Talk Television because there's a lot of people who don't necessarily know what's going on with sports. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just joking, of course. Everybody's getting ready for a Bucs season and football season. What else can people look forward to with this event?
Well, there's going to be restaurants here in the area. Are going to serve food that day, so they can get food. There'll be an audio competition along with the car competition. I'm actually giving away trophies and cash prizes. Best of show gets $5 cash.
Wow. How much was that again? How much? Because there was kind of a little bit of feedback there. Go ahead.
Best of show gets $500 cash.
Wow, $500. Amazing, good stuff there. We're on with Kary Papsis of Twisted Outlaws. So, what was your biggest motivation of doing this?
My love for cars.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I have a big love for cars.
All right, so I have a Mustang. I'm a big time Mustang head. Everybody in my family has had a Mustang. My father. Before he passed, he had his Mustang. I inherited his Mustang 96 GT. Love the car. Love Mustangs. I've had a 2003, 2004. I mean, what's your favorite car that you love?
It's definitely not a Mustang, but I did use to drive a 98 Ford Mustang.
Really?
Yeah, we go fast down the strip. I heard guys stealing a couple times. But my favorite for the truck, the older classic cars from the 1920s. Let me think. I like a lot of things.
Yeah. But your favorite? What's your favorite?
Jeep.
Okay, Jeep. Why the Jeep?
I've owned 4 Jeep Wranglers. Every last one we work on. They'll CJ5, CJ7s.
Interesting. All right, good stuff. We're on with Kary Papsis here of Twisted Outlaws Live from the Stockyard. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. So what else do you want to talk about with this event? Promote it once again here for the people that are watching this show because, like I said, we'll be live from there, noon to 2 o'clock. I'm going to come out there real early, get set up, get you on. Try to get another camera out there, see the sights and sounds, talk to fans. Once again, go ahead and promote this great event on September 3rd.
This is a family fun event.
Right.
We promote fun, and we do not do it with drama. It's cut out really quickly if anything happens. We'll have raffles there, everything from oil changes to gas pumps to lottery tickets to got a Michael's purse today to raffle off.
Okay.
I got 2 bar tents to raffle off. Trying to think what else. Else. It's fun. We'll have a live DJ. And it's a lot of enthusiasts that they love to talk about it. They like to listen to about their cars and so forth. It's a lot of fun.
Sounds like a lot of fun, Kary. Thanks a lot for being here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, and we'll see you on September 3rd, live from the Stockyard, out in front of the Stockyard for that car show there, pre-Labor Day car show here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Appreciate you, all right?
Oh, thank you for having me on. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Great stuff there by Kary Papsis. I have a little bit of feedback. We're working through it. I don't know what's going on tonight with Facebook and StreamYard. They're doing some crazy stuff. We'll go ahead and read these comments. We're supposed to have Jason Powers on here. Powers on Sports Podcast, No Quarter Given podcast, about 10 o'clock to give his thoughts. In case you want to listen to a new podcast, go to the buckpower.com podcast network to listen to that. So let's go ahead and go back out to the comments. I'm sorry, Roger. What have the Bears done since 1985? That's a great comment.
Oh, yeah!
Let's go out to Zach. Pete, you need a vacation. Agree with you on that.
Yes! Yes!
Let's see here. Roger says, Bucs are not beating the Bears. I bet you $100. Who wants to take that bet? Honestly, who wants to take a bet of $100 that the Bucs won't beat the Bears? You know what? I'm going to take that bet. I think the Bucs will beat the Bears. How about that? I do. I absolutely do. I got to say this. I know they're going to beat the Bears in week 2. So, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm talking about right there. So who's coming with me on that? Who's going to bet the $100 on the Bucs to beat the Bears? Enrique says, Pete, who's your favorite race car driver? You know, I'm not really a big race car fan, to tell you the truth. I'm not. I'm really not. Got to be honest. But thanks a lot for the question. Appreciate you. Who's your favorite race car driver? You know what? I'll go with an old school guy, Dale Earnhardt. How about that? I'll go with that, the Intimidator. When are we going to talk FSU football? We will definitely be talking FSU football throughout the season. We'll be getting some guests on and talking about it. When do you want to talk about FSU football? Lots of expectations with that team right now, 3rd in the country. If you want to talk about it, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. The other number, in case you can't get through, 727-409-7528. Again, 727-409-7528. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. I don't know what is going on with Facebook right now. I got to be honest. They basically just shut off my broadcast. I have no idea. I'm not getting any I've got Facebook comments, but basically they just shut it off. So we're just going to deal with what we got at this point, and we'll talk to Jason Powers in just a little bit. So let's see here. So we answered that question. Go Bucs. Absolutely sitting. Go Bucs.
Oh, yeah!
Let's go out to Hamilton. Kyle Trask will be the starter. All right, Hamilton, why do you think that? If you want to talk about Kyle Trask being the starter, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. The other number, in case you can't get through, 727-409-7528. Again, 727-409-7528. 409-7528. Sitton says yes. Hamilton again, you don't waste a second-round pick on a quarterback, and you don't play him. There's a lot of people out there that are going with that. They're going with that whole deal of, you don't waste a second-round pick, but maybe the Bucs have seen enough. Maybe there is a situation where if Baker does not necessarily play well, that you basically go with Kyle Trask later on in the season, in the middle of the season, when you have your bye week to get him ready. Maybe that's where you go at the end of it. Has he earned it? I don't know. That's up to the coaching staff. Obviously, he's still in it. There has been no starter named at this point. You're going to see both starters play on Saturday night, whether it's Trask or Mayfield. You're supposed to see more starters than what you've seen these last two preseason games, which I think a lot of Bucs fans are ready for. But once again, the number one priority, even if Mike Evans is saying this, he wants to know who the quarterback is going to be, right? Well, you're about to figure that out. But as Todd Bowles said, there is no timetable. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's go out. So I believe Bowles wants Baker and Light wants Trask. Is that a possibility? That's a good comment.
Oh, yeah!
Let's go out to Roger Shue. I agree. Christopher Cole, we're loaded at outside linebacker. Marquise Watts is a good player. Absolutely a good player. Let's go out. He's definitely played well. Let's go out to Christopher Cole. Wow, they swapped touchdowns in the last 2 minutes of the half, 17-14 Washington. So the streak is on the line with the Baltimore Ravens at this point. 24 consecutive preseason wins. You've heard me right. The streak is on the line there. So Washington right now doing some work. Roger Shue says, Pete, if you need help setting up for the car show, please let me know. I do need your help. I will buy you lunch, even though you do owe me lunch right now. We will definitely get that done. So thank you very much. Let's talk Notre Dame football. Let's not. And Roger Shue, Pete banned from Facebook again. I don't know. I can't figure this out. I honestly don't know what's going on. I don't know what I did. But it basically just knocked me off of Facebook for some reason. No idea. It says Peter H. Blake was live. I mean, there's a lot of weird things going on tonight. I can't. I really can't figure this out. I can't figure out what's going on. Whether it's the music not being played, the sound not being played. I mean, maybe somebody's telling me I should have took a break tonight. I don't know. I just don't know. Let's go out to Christopher Cole. Facebook is trash anymore. That's why I'm on YouTube. Appreciate you, Christopher.
Oh, yeah!
Let's see if we can get some of these comments from Todd Bowles played here on why he decided to go with Trask on the other night here. Let's see if we can play these comments.
About whether we're going to keep the offensive line in the ball game, and we really wanted to see Kyle in a 2-minute situation. So once we got to the 2-minute situation, and Kyle got that in, really didn't want to play Baker in the second half when we was changing the lineup. We wanted John to get some of the work, and he did, so we left him out. Just continuing to master the offense. I mean, that's really all it is. Mastering the offense is new for everybody. Everybody's getting a good feel of what they can do right now, just running the offense and driving the car.
All right, so drive the car, and hopefully don't drive the car into the wall at this point, right? So we got sound on that end. That's always good, right? That's a good thing. I mean, do you like that explanation? Do you question that explanation at this point? I mean, you wanted to play Trask. He's playing Trask. He didn't want to play Mayfield. Okay. All right, let's go back out to Todd Bowles here and what to expect on Saturday night. And when could we know a decision here with who's going to start against the Ravens on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television? Here we go.
poise in the pocket, a lot more athleticism. He used his legs when he had to, and he was very successful at that. Through the ball where he's supposed to throw it, through some pinpoint passes, like to have a few plays back, but overall, so a lot of poise and a lot of growth. I thought he did well. We'll meet on it as a staff, and we'll kind of go from there, let the players know, and once we let them know, we'll let you guys know.
All right, I tell you what, guys, we're having some tech issues all over the place. I'm just going to end the show at this juncture. We'll have Jason Powers on another night. I'm not going to do a show where we're echoing and having all this stuff go on. I appreciate your time. Thanks a lot to all the guests. We'll figure this out here. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake. Have a good night.